Hello and welcome to part 4 of Up the Posh. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode we have 2 games in League One. One at home against Bury, one away against Bradford. Since you were last with me, mixed form seems to be the theme of the season so far really. As you can see, a couple of wins, couple of draws, couple of defeats. We've been knocked out of all the cup competitions now. So we lost to, I think Grimsby is still non-league. No, there you go, League 2 relegation zone Grimsby in the FA Cup after a replay, despite absolutely spanking them in the Johnson's Paint Trophy quarter-final. But we then lost that to League 2 Doncaster in the semi-final. So we're out of both of the pesky cups, which means we can fully focus on the league. And the league isn't looking too bad. 19 games in, so we're closing in on the halfway point of the season. We're only 4 points outside of those elusive playoffs. So that's all right, isn't it? We've got this. We're kind of coming into some form. We've got the second half of the season to push on into the playoffs, and rather encouragingly as well, Stefan Skugel is a superstar. He's the top-rated player in the division by an absolute mile, averaging an 8.24. He's also top of the Man of the Match awards with 8 already off of 19 games. He is an assist machine. He's top of our assists with 9 assists, I think. Let's have a look at him. I mean, we knew he was going to be good when he arrived, but he is having a quite incredible season. 17 games, 3 goals, 7 assists, 8 man of the matches, and an average rating of 8.24. That will do nicely. I know he cost a lot of money, but he's young and he's only going to get better, and it's very exciting. There you go. Already a good player for most Sky Bet Championship sides. It would be nice if we could get the same kind of format of Chris Forrester, but at some point the two of them will come good together and we will storm up the league as and when that happens. So the team that we're going to be playing for the first of today's 2 games, which is at home against Bury, is this one. So Ben Annex in goal, a back 4 of Binham, Williams, Baldwin, McCulloch and White, Bostwick and Forrester in midfield. Forrester has recovered from his poorly little cut knee or whatever was keeping him out for so long. And then in behind Ryan Seeger we have Paul Taylor, the aforementioned Skugel and Marcus Maddison as an inside forward on the right. That is pretty much settled now as our best team. The only question mark in my mind is Bostwick the best man to have there, or should we have Razak or Jermaine Anderson, who, I mean, all 3 of them could probably be quite adequate at partnering Forrester in this league. I've got a few question marks in my head about the fullbacks, but they're good enough for now. They're probably not going to be good enough going into next season, regardless of what division we're in. But we don't have any more money this year, so we can't replace them this season anyway. And they're both young with bags of potential, so hopefully they will get better as the season goes on and maybe be able to stick around next year, because I don't think we're going to have anywhere near as much money to spend next summer as we've had this year, unless we sell one of our highly rated youngsters. We've got Jermaine Anderson, who we've had bids for from the Premier League, but not very big bids. We've also got Leo da Silva Lopez, who's in real life has started every game for Posh so far this season. He's a young Portuguese midfield player, 16, 17 years old, maybe a little older now. He's not quite as good in-game as he is in real life, but he does have oodles of potential, and there is interest from a number of Portuguese clubs. But again, we've not had anything like the kind of offers we'd consider accepting for either of those, really, because they're the future of Posh, and one of our goals, or what is it, philosophies, is that what they call it? One of those is to bring players through our youth team. That's one of the things we're being judged on. So I'm going to need multiple millions to part with either of those players. So we'll have to see what happens, eh? That has been a really uneventful first half. Was there even any action? I kind of waffled through it and don't remember anything happening at all. Let's see if we can get anything a bit more lively in the second half. Where are Bury in the league? Bury are just 1 point below us, 2 places below us. So they're a mid-table-ish team just like we are. So I suppose a stalemate would be not unexpected, but we're hoping to be pushing on for a playoff spot, so we need to be beating this kind of team if that's something we're realistically going to be able to do. But they are attacking at the moment. That's a good through ball. Baldwin's beaten, but Anik there with a good save, but Bury have now had a clear-cut chance. We haven't yet had one, and they're testing us again from the corner. We absolutely dominated the first half stats-wise, but didn't create a clear-cut chance. Bury have come at us a little bit in this second half, and we need to be very careful. But Maddison's in and forces a save out of the Bury goalkeeper. Taylor with the corner now, and the Bury defence are under siege, but we just can't seem to create that cutting-edge chance. I've bigged up Skugel so much before the match that he's obviously handling the pressure of being identified as the star man and not handling it very well. He's not having the best of games, and we're missing that cutting edge today. Let's make some changes. Right, Maddison and Seeger are the two who are coming off because they're clearly not having very good games. I guess we bring Colthurst on for Seeger, but Colthurst would probably be the man who'd come on for Maddison as well. So I guess Naby comes on for Maddison. We stick Colthurst out there as an inside forward, and we make Paul Taylor a winger on that side. And we do that. I mean, that looks weak. Our bench is weak, but it'll have to do for now. The other option would have been bringing on Jermaine Anderson and pushing Chris Forrester further forward, try and get him more involved. But Bostwick with an absolute thunder whack from long range, and the keeper can only parry it, and Paul Taylor tucks it away. We're 1-0 up after 75 minutes. This was from Bostwick. Let's have a look at this in 3D. So it's headed clear. Bostwick, first time, and he does that in real life. He absolutely smashed it. The keeper did as well as he could. You might have wanted him to be able to tip it around the post, but really, it's hit him at such force. It's a good job it didn't break him in two. And Taylor tucked away the scraps. Naby's in there. Colthurst as well. Binham Williams, that's a poorly hit cross. We've got 10 minutes to hold on, but that's not really our style. We're going to spend 10 minutes trying to get a second. We're going to bring on Pierce Sweeney for McCulloch. McCulloch's not having the greatest of games, and Sweeney is a player who signed with promise, lots of potential, and we need to start having a look at him really to decide if he's someone who is going to be sticking around in our squad for the long haul. That is just poor, though. We've just let them dance through us. Is that my fault for bringing Sweeney on? I don't think it is, because I think it's come through Baldwin, not Sweeney. Sweeney's that man there, though, isn't he? But then Baldwin's the guy out of position, letting it all happen behind him. So perhaps shouldn't have messed with the back four. But I'm not going to take responsibility for that, because I don't like to take responsibility for things. Right, can we grab a late winner? Binham Williams? No, we've not even got time to get the cross in. That is frustrating, because stats-wise, and I've already moved on. There you go, we've got some stats here. We have absolutely dominated them for possession, for chances, for shots, for fouls. The only thing we didn't have was the cutting edge. It's given Skugel an 8.4 again, but he didn't provide a chance on a plate like he usually does, and we suffered because of it. Let's go and play the second of today's two games. Well, that's rather handy. Brett Sombolonga has played his 50th game for Forest. We've just taken another $750,000, which means we've got some money to spend in January. We're 2 weeks away from the transfer window opening, and we've suddenly got £400,000 to spend. Answers on a postcard. What positions do we need to be strengthening? Right, so we're unchanged for the Bradford game. As I said, it's kind of our first choice team. I know we weren't great against Bradford, but it is a team that's on a 5-match unbeaten run in the league again. It might even be longer than that, actually. Where are we? We've got that one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5-match unbeaten run going back to the last episode. So we don't want to fiddle too much. We've still got Anderson and Razak there on the bench to come on and change that midfield up a little bit if needed. I am a little bit worried about our strikers still, though. We saw it in the last game. Phyllis Kirky's back. He was missing with a suspension, I think, in the last game. So he gives us another option for when we're not creating chances later on in the game. But having to bring on Colthurst and Naby in the last game was a bit of a worry. So that might be the area we look to strengthen. Let's go and buy another forward. We've bought loads of forwards already. Why not buy a few more? I've already said this episode we could probably do with strengthening at fullback, but who cares? Forget fullback. Let's buy another striker and have 8 at the club, where we only play 1 up front at a time. Mind you, we've got all those strikers, but we're playing a loanee up front at the moment because the rest of them are rubbish, including the one we spent nearly £1 million on over the summer, who we've most recently played as a ball-winning midfielder. Seeger with a hopeful shot from range. That wasn't really going to go anywhere. Laptop news, by the way. I've had my email confirmation from Scan that my laptop has been dispatched. So that should be with me tomorrow. Or today, as you're watching this. By the time you see this, I'll probably already have my new laptop and be setting it up. I'm also at the Posh match tomorrow, though, so there's a good chance that tomorrow there won't be an episode. Apologies for that interruption. See, that's why I need the laptop, because things like that happen. People burst in mid-episode. Who'd have thought? But yeah, what was I saying? So as I record, not Scoogle, Seeger has just hit the crossbar. As I record this, it's Monday. Laptop comes Tuesday, but I'm also at the Posh match Tuesday night when I would normally record. Plus, I'll be trying to set up the new laptop. So there's every chance there won't be an episode on Wednesday, apart from maybe a really losery laptop unboxing, if that's the sort of thing you'd want to see. But then hopefully for Thursday, the laptop will all be set up, so I'll be back out in my little nerdy recording area in the garage, so I'll have my green screen and my proper lighting and all that stuff. I've made some nice graphics and an intro music sequence and stuff that we can use on the series, so hopefully from the next episode of this series that you see, professionalism goes up a level, and I can start cranking out some episodes out in the garage where we're not going to have interruptions, and the Snowman soundtrack that I can hear in the background. I don't know if you can hear it. Probably get a copyright strike. This Football Manager video had the Snowman soundtrack playing really quietly in the background all the way through. Please cease and desist, you monster. Right, we're going to go. How long has it been since we won a game in an episode? Have we won a game in Up the Posh yet on video? Because this is starting to trouble me a little bit. It might just be that the webcam is really unlucky and I need to get back out to my proper camera, because this is just getting silly now. We've got 20 minutes left. We need a goose-darned goal. Paul Taylor is shattered. Forrester is shattered. But there are other players who are having poor games. Bostwick's not playing well. Madison's not playing well. Seeger's not playing well. I just want to be able to bring on 5 different players. Perhaps we should be rotating the team a little bit. Perhaps they're all getting a little bit tired. So, what to do? We're going to bring Razak on for Bostwick. I know it's not the most positive change, but that was the question mark before the match about who we play there. So we'll try and fix that mistake. We're going to take off Madison as well. But I'm thinking we bring Phyllis Kirk on today. We tried Colthurst in the last game and he didn't really do anything. So we're gonna play him in the same place we put Colthurst. We're gonna put him on the left as an inside forward with Taylor on the right as a winger. And then I guess we give it another 10 minutes and make another change as needed. But we don't really have another good attacking change to make. We've got Jermaine Anderson, who is a good player, but I don't know who we take off to bring him in. In fact, let's get back into it now. I guess we could bring him on for Taylor and move Forrester up there. But Seeger's poor again. He's camera shy, but is Colthurst the answer? Or, right, so we're going to bring Anderson on. We're going to stick Phyllis Kirk up front. And we're going to put Forrester there. Or should Scoogle? No, Forrester will be there. I mean, we'll do that. It gets Forrester a little bit further forward. Changes up the striker where we've been poor. Maybe. Who knows? I'd quite like to get him in that advanced playmaker position that Scoogle's been playing in, but Scoogle's the best player in the division. We can't not play him there, even for a few minutes. Right, Razak, good headed clearance, but we're still under pressure. Anderson gets it away. We've got less than 10 minutes to find a goal, and luckily Bradford are making mistakes. But not enough, clearly, because there's no highlights and the 10 minutes has already disappeared. We've now got like a minute and a half. Are we going to get a highlight to end the game? It's not even giving me my end of game highlight. Right, Anik with the goal kick to McCulloch. Baldwin, let's not knock it around at the back, just lump it forward. Right, Anderson to Scoogle, out to Forrester. Forrester getting involved a bit further forward, finding Phyllis Kirk. Phyllis Kirk out to White. Can he get the cross in? He can't, and I think that's probably that. McCulloch to Anderson, just lump it forward. We've got 5 seconds, lads. Come on, that's it. Scoogle's in here. Oh, that was probably the best chance of the game. And it came with the last kick of the game, and we've had a 1-1 and a 0-0. Yet again, we're not winning a game with the cameras on. This is becoming a recurring theme, but luckily, stupid webcam, that was the last time we need to use you, provided the new laptop works. It's the last time we're going to hear car noise from the house next door. It's the last time we're going to have awful lighting. So, there. Hopefully. This is where the laptop won't come now. If you've enjoyed that, make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. And thank you very much for watching.